everyone, welcome to this week's session. I hope everyone is feeling well and healthy, ready to get moving. For those who don't yet know me, my name is Linadia. I'll be a yoga teacher for the next half hour or so. As said on the title, this week's session is going to be a session in which you don't need a mat. So this session is great for people who either don't have a mat and maybe don't practice yoga often, just trying to see what it's like. Or for those of you who do have a mat, but maybe you traveled, maybe you forgot your mat, wherever. Maybe you're just in a space where you'd like to do some yoga, but you don't really have your mat. So then this is great for you. Really, all that you need is your body and a space that's about the length of your body. I must, however, say it might be helpful if you have something like a block or a pillow or something like a strap or a belt or a tie around. To get the most out of the practice, you might want to have those. I understand that if you don't have a mat, you're not likely to have those, so I will be showing modifications for that. Also, if it's cold where you are, having your jersey or your blanket nearby so you can cover yourself at the end. We're not exactly going to lay on the floor at the end because I'm not going to assume that you're in a space where you'd like to lay on the floor. But so in that case, just wearing a jersey, or even then just placing your blanket over your shoulders, or if you'd like to lay on the floor, then having your blanket. So in this session, we are going to be on our feet quite a lot, since we don't have a mat, and like I said, I'm not going to assume that you want to be laying on the floor wherever you are. But we are going to have our hands on the floor, so just make sure that you're in a space where you don't mind having your hands on the floor. With that all being said, I think we can get started. All right, I'm going to start off facing you guys. You can start off looking forward on where your mat would be, the front of your mat. You can choose whether you'll start facing me or facing that way, but we are then going to move in this direction eventually. We're going to start off with our hands at our sides, just relaxing through the body. And we start off the same way we usually do, just coming into the present moment, relaxing. So we start off by bringing our minds into our space. Becoming comfortable in the space that we're in. Just telling yourself that you are here. Anything and everything that is not directly in this space is not immediately important to you right now. Right now, this is just time for you and your body. Starting to bring the awareness inward now, relaxing through the body, scanning through the face, between the eyebrows, the jaw, down into the shoulders and the arms, and then the torso, down into the hips, into the legs, and eventually ending off in the feet. Just releasing any unnecessary tension that we might be holding in the body. Now bringing the awareness to the breath. Not placing any judgment on the breath, not trying to force anything, just becoming aware of how we're breathing. The only thing that we're really doing in every moment is breathing. So bringing us back to the breath often helps us ground in the present moment. With that breath, starting to set your intention for the practice ahead. Your intention can be anything on or off the mat. Starting to deepen the breath now. Breathing into the belly as we inhale. And as we exhale, we pull the belly back in towards the spine, pushing all the air out. We do it again. Inhale, breathing into the belly. And as we exhale, we pull the belly back in, pressing all the air out. If you're familiar with the Ujjayi breath, you can start with that. Starting to now activate through the body, rolling the shoulders back, fingers and palms are facing forward. Activating through the body, activating through the legs, through the core. Making sure you're standing up straight. Chin is parallel to the floor. Breathing. And then here I'd like you to just start off by just rocking back and forth on the feet. This is an exercise to find your center, find your point of gravity. Breathing. Ooh. You can open up your eyes here if they're closed. It'll help you balance. If you'd like to keep them closed, you can. And then sort of just letting the momentum die off to find your center. Be aware of your feet, where your weight is in your feet. And then once the momentum has died, we start going sideways. I don't know about for you, but for me this one's a bit more strange. So just rocking side to side, trying to keep your feet where they are. You can come onto the sides of the feet, but try not to lift the feet completely off the floor. And then once again, slowly letting the momentum die off. Being aware of the feet, feeling where your weight is in your feet. And then once you come to stillness, just taking another breath or two. And on your next inhale, we bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart. This time again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, we drop the right hand behind us, left hand comes forward, the head follows the right hand into a gentle twist, twisting through the torso as well. Inhale, bringing the arms back up. On your exhale, we twist through the other way, so left hand behind us, right hand forward, head is following the left hand. Inhale, bring the arms together, hands together, grow tall. Exhale into a slight back bend, and then folding forward. So often in the no mat sessions, I like to replace the downward dog with our forward fold. So here we can walk the feet as we would with our downward dog. Relaxing the head. If your hands are not on the floor, just relaxing the arms, relaxing through the shoulders, allowing them to reach down to the floor as you walk the feet. If you'd like to place your hands on something, if you'd like some sort of stability here, this is where you would use your blocks or your pillows. Taking some nice deep breaths, loosening through the backs of the legs. Lengthening through the back as well, through the back of the neck. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands come down to your heart. And again, inhale, arms come up. Swan dive forward, back into our forward fold. And then this time I just want you to grab your opposite elbows, sway side to side here. Taking deep breaths. And then inhale, come up halfway. So just flattening the back, and then we're going to place the hands behind us, interlacing the fingers, resting the arms on the back. On our exhale, we're going to release the head back down, and the arms now come over as well. Really stretching through the shoulders here. You can bend through the knees if you like to get a bit more of a stretch through the shoulders. So as you bend through the knees, you bring the arms a bit more over, trying to get your hands to the floor over the head. Breathing. And then we drop the arms over to the right side, bending through the right leg. Dropping them over to the left side, bending through the left leg. We do both sides twice, so coming back to the right side. Breathing, and then back to the left side. And then we inhale, come back to center. Inhale, come back halfway, the same way we started with the hands on the hips or on the back. Release the arms down. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, the hand comes down to the heart. And now we begin bringing the knee into your chest, hugging your knee in, twisting through the ankle. Taking big breaths here. Changing directions with the twisting of the ankle. And then you're going to slowly release the hands off of the knee and keep the knee where it is, or try to at least. Placing the hands on your sides. Take a deep breath. And then straightening the leg in front of you. It's okay if the leg is down here. Doing what you can. Breathe. Feel it in the legs. And then bending through the leg again. This time we're going to go backwards with the leg. The torso comes forward into Warrior 3 with the arms behind us. Breathing. Make sure the left hip is coming down. And then we release the foot down onto the floor. Release the hands onto the floor. Take a breath here. Just make sure you feel the stretch here in your hip flexor. Breathing. And then we heel toe the foot to the outside of the hand. And then here you can sway side to side. So here we are in our lizard pose. Stretching nicely through the hips. Breathing, activating through the back leg. If you'd like, you can even come onto the side of your foot here as you sway side to side. Taking some nice deep breaths. You can even sway back and forth if you feel comfortable doing that. Allowing any movement into your practice that makes you feel more comfortable. Now we heel toe the foot back to the inside of the leg. Inhale, come up with the arms, and then we're going to kick off the back leg into our Warrior 3, this time with our arms in front of us. Breathing. Inhale, come up, bringing the back leg in front of us once again, and then we place the ankle over the knee and come down into a squat, activating through the top leg. Top foot, Breathing, and then see if you can bring your arms out. I've got a wall here, so I can't bring them both out. And then leaning forward over the leg. Really feeling the stretch here through the glute. Breathing. And then inhale, straightening both legs. Coming back to standing. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale back into your forward fold, into a short rest. Relaxing the head, breathing. We won't be here for too long. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands come down to your heart. And then we go to the other side. So hugging your knee in first, twisting through the ankle. Taking some nice deep breaths here. You can change directions with the ankle. And then we gently let go of the knee, keeping the knee where it is. Hold it here. Inhale, and then we straighten the leg. Breathing. Feel the power in the legs. And then we bend it and we bring it behind us with the hands at the sides into our Warrior 3 variation. Drawing the hip downward. Find your point of focus to balance. Breathing. Breathing in and out through the belly. And then we bend through the front leg, release the back leg onto the floor. The hands come down onto the floor. And you may need to adjust a bit, maybe scooching the back leg back or forward. You want to make sure you feel the stretch through your hip flexor. So first just becoming comfortable here, and then we heel toe the foot to the outside of the hand into our lizard pose, and then here we can just sway side to side. Taking some nice deep breaths. Remember, you can add any fluidity to your practice that you like. Coming back and forth, coming side to side, whatever you like. Activating through that back leg, feeling the strength in the back leg, breathing. You got this. And then heel toe the foot to the inside of the hands. Inhale, arms come up, and then we're going to kick off the back leg into our Warrior 3. Breathe. Activating through the core. And then we come forward, bringing the foot in front of us. Exhale, hands to heart, bring the ankle over the knee, squatting down. Breathing, activating through the top leg. And then we bring the arms out and we come a bit more forward onto the front knee. Feeling the stretch through the glutes. And breathing. And then we inhale, come back up, releasing the foot onto the floor, and then once again, inhaling, coming up with the arms, exhaling into our forward fold, into our rest. Our downward dog replacement. Taking some nice deep breaths. Inhaling, coming halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up overhead. Exhale, hands come down to your heart. Now we're going to face sideways. Step your feet wide apart. And then we're going to squat down into our goddess pose. Sitting up nice and tall, breathing. You can sway side to side here as well. If you'd like to challenge yourself, bringing your arms up, leaning back as much as you can. And then placing the hands on the knees. Now we can lean forward and then just pressing one shoulder in. And we do the other shoulder. And the other one again. Breathing. And the other. Breathing in here. And then we can just sway side to side here slightly. Breathing. And then inhale, come back up. Heel toeing, the toes pointing inward, placing the hands on the hips. Inhale, puff out the chest, grow tall. Exhale, coming down. Hands are still on the hips. Try to get the elbows to touch one another. Releasing the head. Breathing. Really opening up through the chest here. If you'd like to heel to your feet a bit wider apart, you may. Breathing. And then we release the hands onto the floor, placing the right hand underneath the face. And then we inhale, coming up with the left hand into a nice gentle twist. Breathing. And then exhale, placing the left hand in underneath the face. And then we come up with the right hand. Again, breathing. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Enjoying your gentle twist. And then exhale, placing the hands back down. Relax the head forward just for a second. And then next up, we're going to go into our half squat pose. So inhale, come up halfway. And then we're going to bend over into one leg. The toes are going to start pointing outward. And the other foot comes up into the air. Or the other toes come up into the air. You can keep your hands on the floor to support you. Making sure that you're pushing this knee out. Feeling a good stretch through the inside of the leg here. Maybe feel it through the hips as well. If you feel like you've got the balance, you can bring your hands to your heart. And if you'd like to advance it even more, you can even come into a twist. Into a bind. Bringing the one hand around the leg and the other hand just around the back. Breathing. And then we move on to the other side. So just gently bringing yourself to the other side. Now feeling the stretch through the other leg. All the same things apply here. Either placing your hands on the floor to support you, using the arm on the inside of the leg to push this leg a little bit out so you feel the stretch through the inside of this leg as well. Or you can have your hands at your heart, or you can come into your bind. Breathing. And then we inhale, come back up one last time. And then here, if you'd like to, you can bring your feet even wider apart since we stretch nicely through the insides of the legs. Breathing. We won't stay here for too long. And then heel toeing the feet back together. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, folding. And we inhale, coming all the way up with the arms. And then we exhale, bring the hands to your heart. Breathing here. And then we're just going to do some exercises for the upper back and the chest. So we're going to inhale, bring our arms up. Exhale, bring them out into our cactus arms. So the elbows are bent, bringing the arms out as wide as they can go. And then we exhale, rounding the back, bringing the fingers forward and then all the way around, giving yourself a hug. Just remember which hand is underneath. Breathe here. And then inhale, come back forward. Arms come up again. Exhale into cactus arms. Inhale here, and then on your exhale, bringing the arms forward again, rounding the back. Other arm comes underneath, giving yourself a big hug. You should feel a nice stretch through the upper back here. We'll do both sides twice. So inhale, arms come up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale here. Exhale, forward. Other arm comes underneath. And we tuck the chin into the chest as well. And then one last time. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, cactus arms. And then inhale here. Exhale, rounding the spine. Other arm comes underneath, giving yourself a big hug. Tucking the chin into your chest. This one you could also do sitting. And then inhale, releasing the arms, puffing out the chest, standing tall and proud. All right. I'm going to sit down on the floor now to do a quick meditation. If you'd like to join me, please do. It won't be long, probably about 2-3 minutes. Or you can just lay on the floor in your full Shavasana. The Shavasana is definitely very helpful, very important in our practice. But like I said, I won't assume that you want to be laying on the floor wherever you are. Or you can move to another location and lay there, or move to another location and do your meditation there. So if you're joining me in a seated meditation now, finding a comfortable seated position, standing up tall, placing your hands in your lap, or you can place them on the knees. You can place your hands into a mudra if you like, or just letting them lay in the lap. And we just take a few moments just to be here, just to breathe and to watch our thoughts. If you'd like to stay in your meditation for longer, please do. Otherwise, if you're waking up with me now, bringing the hands to the sides. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down to your heart. And for the last time, inhale, arms come up, biggest breath. And exhale, hands come down to your heart. Take some time to reflect back on the intention that you set at the beginning. And to thank yourself for dedicating this time to your mind and to your body. And I thank you for joining me. Namaste. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful rest of your week. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Give this a like if you also haven't done that. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.